Hi everyone, so this is Seven Sisters Salon at home. I decided to go ahead and take a video of myself curling my hair and showing you how I do it. I'm going to be using my infrared 1-inch curling iron, and so it's easy because it's nice because it's an actual curling iron, but you can also use it as a wand. And then I have 2 of my hair clips and my comb. So yesterday when I did my color, I had a heat protectant in it, and so I don't have to add anything else today. So I'm just going to comb my hair a little bit. Let me back up a little bit so you can actually see it. I'm a little nervous because I never take videos of myself anymore. I used to do it a while back ago, but anyways, so you might see some color imperfection when I show you this, but I am going to section it off. About 50% of my hair is going up. The way I always try to teach my clients how to blow out their hair and curl it is you start from the bottom and you work your way up. So then I'm going to split my hair in half in the back and bring it forward. So everything should be in the front. So what I'm going to do is take a small section using my fingers, and I can usually feel like this is a pretty small section. So I can actually use it a little bit thicker. But what I try to do is the diameter of the tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it about right there, slide it down just a little bit, and then start to turn it. And then this is where I take my little thumb and I clamp. And then I pull it in and clamp. And so what can be fun, so you can leave it like this and then pull it out, or I try to unwind it like this. And when you do it like that, it still gives it a really good curl, but it keeps your length. So it's more of that softer wave look. And so then I'll just place that back there. One of the best things to do too is you don't actually brush through your curls until they're cool to touch. If it's still warm, then it's gonna fall really easy. There you go. So for my length, I've been liking to do this because that way my hair still looks long. And when you curl your hair, a lot of times obviously you always lose your length because you're curling it up. But when I try to do it like that, it leaves it. So instead of it being almost like an inch shorter in appearance, I feel like it's a little bit less than that. And if there's any videos that you guys would like me to do, not that this is something that I feel like I'm very good at, but if there's any kind of videos that you guys would like me to do to show, I have mannequin heads as well that I like to use. And funny enough, my husband and my stepson and Jolie all get freaked out when I have them out. They're like, what the heck? It's funny, watching it in a phone versus my mirror actually feels weird. Okay, so clamping. There you go. And the other thing you can do too is you can rotate it to come forward. I don't like to, I like it going back. Because of my face shape and my jawline right here, if I have too much coming forward, it just brings more fullness there. And so what I'm trying to do is angling everything back. And so I guess the appearance of it looking a little bit thinner, because we all don't want our jaws looking like boxes. I tell you what, not being in the salon for like a week has been hard. I miss it. So right now what I'm just gonna do is I'm basically from my part over, I'm gonna break it off, bring this forward, and then I'll section this back. I had 2 clips, so I technically only needed 1. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna pick a piece. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as I'm getting all of the hair. And I always am running my fingers through, if you haven't noticed already. So it's helping to break up any kind of tangles that I might have. And having smaller sections too can help with a tighter curl, so the variation is different. And same thing with like how long you leave it on. So the smaller the section and the longer you leave it on, the tighter of the wave you'll get. So typically when I curl my hair, it maybe takes me 10 to 15 minutes. It's probably gonna take me a little bit longer since I'm explaining everything. But during this time, I've actually been wearing clothes in my closet that I almost never wear. So there's my gray tank top that I'm wearing. I mean, I seriously think I wore it twice last year. So this year I was like, you know what? Now's the time to wear a variety of clothes that I normally don't for whatever reason. We always have our favorites that we cling to. And since this is higher up, like I'm on the top of my head, I'm definitely pulling it closer to the root. And if you're someone, like I have a lot of hair, so I don't have to fight for volume. But there's people who like, you know, they want to be closer to God. Of course I want to be closer to God, but they want their hair closer to heaven. And so if, in that case, you would just hold it up like this. Here you go. I think I have a little hair right there. Yeah, there we go. I did my highlights in my root color yesterday, and I was like, I just have to do something. I told Tony yesterday that if he would allow me, I might want to color his hair a little bit, but I doubt if he'll let me. There should be a vote of what I do to his hair, if he'll let me make him look a little bit like Eminem for a day. The answer is no. There's no way. I grew up in the 90s and I graduated in 2003, but I remember the trends where boys got their hair highlighted and it was all chunky, and I'm like, what were they thinking? And then there was, you know, when Eminem came out, I was in middle school, I think, maybe high school, I don't know. But anyways, then the whole boys bleaching all of their hair was weird. Okay, so then this, I'm bringing it forward and angling it back. What I probably should have done is taken this and kept it in a clip versus having it straight down, because right now it's kind of hard to tell since this section is obviously a little bit bigger. So that's what I'll do. A trusty GK clip. I love my clips. Color doesn't look so bad. Here we go. I love watching hair tutorials, even if it's something I may never do, but just to watch how people do things differently is always nice. And also, just to put this out there, I'm also going to be doing a deal with any of my clients that have appointments that they would like to prepay for. I'm also giving a credit of $20 towards any product. So if, you know, normally you buy the liters, those are $53. So obviously you would get $20 off of that. But that's only if it's convenient for you. This is not a pressure thing at all. So everybody's in a little bit different boat. Some people, they you know, they have their financial, like they organize everything. And so it's like hair, they have X amount of dollars saved up already for it. And so it's no big deal. And other people, they get their hair done when they've got the money. And so it's, to me, I'm like, I'm open to whatever's convenient. I don't want, you know, I don't want this to affect anybody in a negative way. I just want to bless my clients. And obviously I miss y'all so much. All right, so I think I've got it all. Like there's some pieces you can tell that I barely got the ends, and then others, they're more curled. And so right now, it's still kind of warm. So I'm just gonna let it cool. I'm gonna turn off my curling iron, and it was at 320 degrees. So the infrared light is really good for your hair. It helps seal the cuticle. And then also I'm a big fan of anything over 350. It will burn your hair no matter what products you have. So you can have the best quality on your head, but when you're using an extreme amount of heat, it's kind of like turning on the oven to 1,000 degrees and thinking that your oven mitts still, you know, you could put your oven mitts in there and it's, you know, it won't burn. It's gonna burn for sure. So let me see how I feel this. I'm gonna go up and get my hairspray on. Okay. So this is the Light-Hold GK. I'm not huge into wearing a lot of products in my hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hand underneath my, my bangs. I'm gonna spray it downward. Haven't used this in a while. And so just do kind of like a circular motion. What I like about these sprays is they're also anti-humidity, so that helps. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tousle and pull. And so sometimes when I curl my hair, I will go days without touching it up. And then towards the end when it's like very flat, then I might pick up a few more pieces and curl them periodically. But there you go. So this is the first day I curled hair. And honestly, day 2 or day 3 is one of my favorites because it's still there, but it's so subtle. And so I like keeping things as simple as possible. I think that especially now, now's the time to have fun with your hair. Teach yourself how to braid your hair. I can try to do a video of that. But doing fun things with your hair that you normally don't think you have time for, well, now you have the time. And, you know, a lot of times people are still doing Zoom and other FaceTime and videos and stuff. And so, you know, this is the time to necessarily let yourself go. It's a good time to still do some self-treating and self-care. So I miss y'all so much. And here, I'll show you the back and everything. So hopefully y'all like this video, and let me know what you think and if you guys would like to see any other videos. All right, take care, love you.